Now, let's go to the next process, which is create WBS. The WBS stands for Work Breakdown Structure. It is the process of breaking down work into smaller, more manageable units. For example, if we want to construct a 3-story building, the first level of decomposition would be the individual floors of the building. The second level would be the electrical plumbing for each floor. And the third level is where the electrical work is broken down further into laying of cables, switches, and electrical points. Since this is the lowest level of the WBS in this example, it is called the work package. That's right, the lowest level of the WBS is always called the work package. The PMP 5 defines a work breakdown structure as a hierarchical decomposition of the total scope of the work to be carried out by the project team to accomplish the project objectives and create the required deliverables. The WBS is a deliverable-oriented hierarchical decomposition of the work to be executed by the project team. The Create WBS process uses the following key inputs: the scope management plan, project scope statement, requirements documentation, enterprise environmental factors, and organizational process assets. From a project perspective, it makes sense that we would need these inputs in this process because we need to have a clear sense as to the scope of the project in order to begin developing the WBS, specifically needing the project scope statement and requirements documentation here. The key tools and techniques for Create WBS process are decomposition and expert judgment. Decomposition is a key word here that means breaking down. In this process, we are breaking down project deliverables with higher level components being decomposed first, and then the next level components are further decomposed until it is acceptable to stakeholders for planning, delivery, and control. We may need subject matter experts, in other words, expert judgment on the team to help us in this process. The Create WBS process produces the scope baseline and project document updates. Scope baseline is basically an approved scope statement, work breakdown structure, and its associated WBS dictionary. It can be changed only through formal change control procedures. Project documents that may be updated could include requirements documentation, which may need to be updated to include approved changes. As a result of the Create WBS process, we may have some approved change requests, so we will update the requirements documentation to include the approved changes.